Greetings and welcome to another video, in which I want to start with a big shout out to MrHappy, who not only presented an awesome leveling method for the levels of 90 to 93, but also for all the other people that like doing bosses more instead of doing AoE damage on packs of mobs, where most rotations are way less appealing than their single target counterpart. But what am I talking about? I actually wanted to highlight certain duty roulette dailies in a way that those offer a massive boost to your leveling progress, especially if you aren't power leveling each and every job 24/7 but take your time as well. This is when duty roulettes become absolutely awesome, as 4 of them provide half a level and one of them takes that to a massive 120% of your level when having bonus EXP items available. However, when finding out that the actual duty roulette alliance raid daily had been massively popular with great queue times even as DPS job, most of the times you get Circus Tower or a raid that takes more than 30 minutes, which I still thought to be more entertaining than Copperbell Mines or Sestasha on leveling. But there's one thing that makes the whole alliance raid duty roulette so much better, which is the release of MrHappy's video, in which he talks about how great the raid Aglaia is. And guess what? Since that video not a single duty roulette alliance raid did pop up that wasn't Aglaia for me. The great thing here, while normally duty roulettes grant more completion EXP the lower content is you're doing, this doesn't calculate in bonus EXP, and like MrHappy said, the EXP gained in Aglaia is buffed significantly by the free company buff, the pre-order earring, or even squadron manuals. That means after a potential 11 million experience points from the raid itself, you also get 4 to 5 million for the completion, which is literally more than a whole level on a level 90 character. And apart from low level ranges, there's no way to earn so much progress for leveling in one blow. But if you thought this was just awesome already, now to the best 3 things on top. First of all, Aglaia is done in about 20 minutes, because our damage output has become massively overpowered for that raid, as there is a very gentle item level sync in place. Back in the days when this came out for the first time, people were dealing around 8 to 9k DPS. Now it's easily 12 to 14k DPS, which makes bosses die in no time. Apart from that, mechanics are absolutely chill and you can basically stand in multiple AoEs, receiving 4 or even 5 Vuln stacks, and still you don't feel more than a mild tickle from that. For saving your healers some energy and potential to deal damage on their own, I would still try to avoid getting hit though. Yet the best thing in my opinion, unlike the obnoxious Circus Tower where most jobs rotations are absolute trash, this is where Aglaia shines, in its true level 90 rotation glory. Because most jobs here are played nearly identical to their version in Dawntrail, so you even get good practice on those in preparation to endgame raids. The third aspect, you can get awesome gear in Aglaia. These sets you get in there are simply amazing, and are among my absolute favorite gear sets of all time. So if you haven't maxed out your Pantheon collection yet, this is a great time to do it. So, whoever found out that the Endwalker Alliance raids are so profitable, thanks a ton. And thanks to MrHappy of course for making a video about that. Now I would highly recommend going for Aglaia for the first 3 Dawntrail levels at least, because dungeons can't really compete with that massive amount of experience points, especially when you have all the bonus EXP in place, the pre-order earring in particular. As this is working on sync to level 90 or below content too, so always remember to wear this in your armory and equip it on low level content. But before ending the video, let me also highlight those other duty roulettes a bit, in which I had some decently enlightening epiphanies. First of all, the main scenario roulette is awesome if you need to do something on the side. I had to send over a parcel for eBay and got a bit hungry while leveling, so using those long cutscenes, especially at the end of Praetorium, granted some nice time to handle these things. However, take care that the Meridianum version doesn't have any cutscenes except for the final fight introduction, but on the other hand is done in about 15 minutes for 6 million EXP, which of course also scales with your current level and is very comparable to Dawntrail dungeon EXP. And queue times there are also very good. Duty roulette leveling is something that grants a nice little boost for about 44% of your whole level, depending on the dungeon you're getting. So if you're stuck in bad queue times, make sure to grind this down on a daily basis as well. The final one that is very profitable is the Frontline daily, 50% of a level for about 15 to 20 minutes of PvP action. While I still find frontline combat way less strategic and enjoyable than actual crystalline conflict, it is still quite useful and fun, at least compared to grinding down dungeons 5 times in a row. Whenever I start doing each dungeon 3 times in a row, the motivation to queue up a 4th time is lowered drastically, so I always recommend throwing in the one or the other daily at that point. Especially the Alliance one. It is a blessing with how much hype Aglaia got through Hap's video, so a big shout out to his awesome channel and content. Thanks for hopping in and have a nice leveling experience. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep loving Final Fantasy.